In a laboratory in England, scientists set up an experiment that would change everything we thought we knew about flight. They lined up a row of ultra-sensitive microphones. Then they released 3 birds, one at a time, down the same path. A pigeon, a falcon, and a barn owl. The pigeon registered on every single microphone. The falcon was quieter, but still clearly audible. The barn owl? Absolute silence. Not a whisper. Not a flutter. Nothing. The microphones picked up 0 sound. An animal weighing over a pound with a wingspan wider than your arms flew directly over the most sensitive recording equipment on Earth, and it made no noise at all. This is not a trick. This is evolution at its most terrifying. To understand how owls achieved silent flight, you first need to understand why most birds are loud. When a bird flaps its wings, the leading edge of the wing slams into the air, creating turbulence. That turbulence generates sound. The faster and harder a bird flaps, the louder it gets. A pigeon, with its relatively small wings and heavy body, has to beat its wings furiously just to stay airborne. That constant flapping creates the distinctive clapping sound you hear when a pigeon takes off. Falcons are sleeker and more aerodynamic, but they are built for speed, not stealth. Their wings cut through the air efficiently, but speed still creates noise. Owls took an entirely different evolutionary path. Instead of getting faster or stronger, they got quieter. And they did it through 3 extraordinary adaptations that engineers are still trying to understand. The first adaptation is on the leading edge of the owl's wing. If you look closely, you will see a row of tiny comb-like serrations. These are not smooth like other birds' feathers. Each serration breaks incoming air into smaller micro-turbulences. Instead of one loud whoosh of air hitting the wing, the comb creates thousands of tiny, silent streams. It is the same principle engineers use in jet engine design to reduce airport noise. Except the owl figured it out millions of years before we did. The second adaptation is on the trailing edge of the wing. While most birds have clean, rigid feather edges, owl feathers have a soft, ragged fringe. This fringe acts like a sound dampener, smoothing out the turbulent air as it leaves the wing. Without this fringe, the air flowing off the back of the wing would create a low-frequency swooshing sound. The fringe eliminates it almost entirely. The third adaptation is the most remarkable. The entire upper surface of the owl's wing is covered in a layer of ultra-soft, velvety down. This microtexture absorbs any remaining sound that the first 2 adaptations did not eliminate. Think of it as nature's acoustic foam. Recording studios use foam panels on walls to absorb sound. The owl has the same technology built directly into its feathers. 3 layers of sound suppression working together, producing total silence in flight. But why would an owl need to be this quiet? The answer is surprisingly simple. Owls hunt almost entirely by sound. Unlike hawks and eagles that spot prey from above and dive at high speed, most owls hunt in near total darkness. They rely on their extraordinary hearing to pinpoint the exact location of a mouse moving through grass or under snow. If the owl's own wings made noise during flight, that sound would drown out the faint rustling of its prey. Silent flight is not just an advantage. It is a survival requirement. An owl that makes noise is an owl that starves. And there is a second reason. Prey animals like mice have incredibly sensitive hearing. A mouse can detect the wing beats of a hawk from dozens of feet away and bolt for cover. But an owl arrives with 0 warning. By the time the mouse hears anything, it is already too late. The engineering world has taken notice. Researchers at major universities and aerospace companies are studying owl feathers to solve one of modern aviation's biggest problems: noise pollution. Every time a commercial airplane takes off or lands, it creates enormous noise that affects millions of people living near airports. The leading-edge serrations of the owl have already inspired experimental designs for quieter wind turbine blades. Standard wind turbines generate a constant, low-frequency hum that disturbs communities living nearby. By adding owl-inspired serrated edges to turbine blades, engineers have reduced noise by up to 10 decibels. That may not sound like much, but in acoustics, a 10 decibel reduction means the sound is perceived as half as loud. Bullet trains in Japan have also borrowed from owl design. The Shinkansen train's pantograph, the arm that connects to the overhead power line, was redesigned with serrations inspired by owl feathers, dramatically reducing the high-speed noise it generated. Silent flight is only half the equation. The owl's hearing is equally extraordinary. An owl's ears are not symmetrical. One ear is positioned higher than the other on its skull. This asymmetry allows the owl to triangulate sound in 3 dimensions, not just left and right, but up and down. A barn owl can locate a mouse hidden under a foot of snow in complete darkness, using sound alone. The owl's face also plays a critical role. That distinctive flat disc-shaped face is not just for looks. It functions like a satellite dish, funneling sound waves directly into the ear openings. The facial disc can be adjusted by tiny muscles, allowing the owl to fine-tune its reception in real time. Combine silent flight with 3-dimensional hearing and a face that works like a radar dish, and you have the most efficient nocturnal predator evolution has ever produced. Owls have been perfecting silent flight for over 60 million years. In that time, they have evolved a stealth system so advanced that our best engineers are still reverse engineering it. An animal that most people associate with wisdom in children's books is, in reality, one of the most sophisticated flying machines on the planet. The next time you hear an owl at night, remember, you only heard it because it wanted you to. If this video fascinated you, subscribe to Zoomania for more of the most extreme, rare, and unbelievable animals on Earth. And if you want to see more creatures with abilities that seem impossible, check out the video on screen right now.